Hi, besties. Let's talk about how to have a financial reset for 2026. As you can see, we have less than 3 weeks to the end of 2025. Yes, December is gonna wrap up immediately after the Christmas celebration. And guess what? This is one of the best time for you to prepare yourself so that 2026 will be very sweet. You know what? Dreams will not make you rich, there are going to be consequences for not achieving your goals, and you're going to cost yourself that opportunity to become successful, to be happy, and to be, at peace with your kind of peaks and action. So today we're going to talk about the things you should do. So I don't want you to set goals in 2026. I want you to take these 12 lessons, and in these 12 lessons, I'm going to split it into two. I'm going to have a part A where I'm going to take you through the first six lessons. And the part B will come tomorrow where I'm going to take us in the last six. It's just to accommodate them so I can explain them very well. So you get to learn the important things you need to do. So you're not going to win in 2026 if you have goals that you're going to forget immediately after your happy new year. And I don't want that for you. Of course, one of the things I do here is to come in here and make sure that you get all the necessary information for you to enjoy your next year. So today I'm going to talk about something about making money in 2026, especially if you are up to 35 years and above. See, when you get to 35 years and above, I want you to stop thinking about how to get rich quick, fast ways to make money. At this point, you should be focusing on very important things. Okay? You're going to be focusing on the new year without a plan, which you have to scrap off that part. So, what I mean to say is any new year you have and you do not have a money plan is not going to be good, though, because you need to plan and have something. It's even better when you have a plan and it's not working well than to show up unplanned and a lot of things are going to happen. So I want you to stop asking for quick tips. Stop looking for where am I going to double my money in the next 20 days, in the next 1 week, in the next 1 24 hours. I want you to start looking for strategies and fundamentals. I want you to start asking yourself the tough questions and the uncomfortable questions. The truth is that you're actually not getting better. So the key word for today's video is better me. So say it to yourself, 2026, I'm going to have a better me because I'm going to look into my 2026 money goals. So you're not getting any younger, and this is not the time for you to start asking for, oh, how am I going to make quick money in 24 hours? You're going to be asking yourself questions like, what I'm doing now, is it sustainable? Is this something I can transfer to my children? And is this something I can use to build wealth beyond me? If you're able to ask yourself these questions and answer them, then you're ready to get into 2026. So if you're ready for us to get started, let me walk you through that part. So first of all, welcome to my YouTube. Hi, my name is Julia, and on this channel, I show you different ways to make your money work for you. So today's video is about helping you to restructure your finances for 2026, meaning that I want you to be well prepared for 2026. I don't want 2026 to come to you like unprepared. So like this video, but most importantly, watch this video to the end. Drop a comment and let me know if any of the 6 points I'm going to drop in this part A are going to make any form of sense for you. So let me know if that is going to work for you, and we're going to take it away. So the first thing you're going to do is audit yourself. Yes, you're going to you're going to audit yourself. This is one problem people avoid. People don't want to go through what did I do wrong in this 2025 so that I don't repeat them in 2026. So you're going to ask yourself the question, what are the mistakes I made? For you, it may be that you were investing in stocks that were nonsense stocks and you sold them at a loss. That will be the lesson for you. Or maybe you did not, upgrade your skill and you lost some opportunities. These are just some that are popping in my head. I just want you to sit down and ask yourself, what are the things that I did this year? Oh, I put my money in a Ponzi scheme and I lost my money. oh, I gave, just to write all those things down. They're going to be very, very helpful for you. So write them down, audit yourself. The second thing you're going to do is, if you can, download your bank statements. I mean, from January to December. I know some of you have more than one bank, okay? So if you can do yourself a favor, sit down and go to the bank, fill in the form and get yourself. If you can do yours online, perfect. If you can get your statements as a PDF, that would be better safe, so that you can just sit down in your house and do them. So the next thing you're going to do is to categorize them. Okay, you're going to categorize them. You're going to check, how much did I spend on food? So for every month, you now put food, data, transportation, rent, lifestyle. You know all the things you spent money on. So put them into categories. Have like 8 to 10 categories. Crunch them. Oh, the your light bill, your water bill, all those ones. Put them under utility. We have an expense template that I have for my VVIP. So if you can actually do yours manually, that would be awesome. So categorize them, and this will help you to look at, where did I spend the bulk of my money. So if you notice that you spent a lot of money, buying things like clothes, shoes, traveling, the question you're going to ask yourself is, did those things bring you money? Or did you just spend those money and the money did not come back? If you ask yourself the question, then you ask yourself, why did you spend that kind of money on those kind of category, so that you look and see where the bulk of your money is going to. Then the next thing you're going to do is to ask yourself, where did I spend less? Can I make some adjustments for 2026? So that's why I said you must audit yourself. It's not something you just say, oh. So we're going to look out for ways to do better for yourself. Then the next thing you're going to do, which is the second lesson, is do your financial health check. You know how you go to the hospital to run tests, to meet a doctor? Just do your financial health, your health checkup. This time we're going to do a financial health check. So you're going to calculate your net worth. So how are we going to do this? You are going to write down what you own, which is your assets, and you're going to list out your liabilities, which is what takes money out of your pocket. So assets are bringing money in, liabilities are taking money out. So now for your assets, you're going to write things like your cash in the bank, cash in your high interest savings accounts, stocks, mutual funds, real estate, your business, and any other thing. If you have gold, you have things, art collectibles that are worth money, put them all together, and then you total of all of them. Then you list out your liabilities, meaning um more like your rent, your debit, your debts, who do you owe and all of that. So you put everything together, and when you put them together, look at the two of them, deduct your liabilities from your assets. If you're in positive, that's a good thing. Because you need to be in positive note. If you are in the negative, you would now ask yourself the question, why am I spending more money on liabilities than the asset that is bringing in money? Some people, their salary is 500K, but they're spending 700,000 every month. So it leads them to having debt. So when you know your numbers, you now tell yourself the truth. No, this is how much comes in, because you have to be real with yourself. You have to check yourself and say, oh, what are my real numbers? So we have one of the lessons in my community, my VIP community, where we do wealth building. That is where we break down all the components you need for wealth building. And that's where this health check is going to help you very well. So that's what we're going to do. And that's for the second one. Now, the third thing we're going to do is to look at your spending habits. When you spend without a budget, your money has no assignment. See, money without a plan is money gone too soon. If you know your real income and you know how much you're spending, you need to tell yourself the truth. No budget, no direction. So you have to plan with your real income. So if, for example, your salary is 200,000, this is an example, right? I'm going to break down the three categories that you're going to use. So the first category is the basic. So in the basic is where you put in things like your food, transportation, data, rent, all the basic needs. Now the second part, which is 30%, sorry for the mistake, 30% is your IPA. IPA means income producing assets. That's why you put your money in high interest savings account, set up your emergency fund, your stocks, real estate, gold, mutual fund, and all of that. That's where they come in. Make sure your tithe, even if you don't start with 30%, just have it as a plan. Then the third thing you're going to do is your 20% goes to others, like your tithe, your offering, your fun, entertainment, and then paying off debt. So that's how you're going to let your money grow. Then the next thing you're going to do is to allow your money grow by setting up your money goals. See, you're going to set up money goals. You have to check, how much am I going to save this month? How much am I going to invest this month? What life skill am I going to get? What self-development courses, programs, communities am I joining? Which one are in my short term? Which one are in my long term? Which one are in my long term or medium term? You must classify them, because if you don't know the consequences of what you're going to lose if you don't do these things, you may not take these things serious. Just take a look at, what will it cost me if I don't put all these things in order. You're probably going to run around, have situations where you're going to need money, and you're going to put your hand and spoil a lot of things. If you don't develop yourself, opportunities may come and go. So you are better than some of these people. So you must sit down and set up your money goals. It is very important. The next thing you're going to look at is your money leaks, which is the fifth one. Now, your money leaks are where small, small monies are leaving your pocket and you are not even thinking about it. You think it's the big, big ones. Let's look at your money leaks. The first place I want you to look at is your bank charges. Many of us have like 5, 7 different bank accounts, and every month you get all those messages, SMS alert, VAT, all those things. Now you're getting it in 7 different bank accounts and they're all charging you. So why don't you crunch them and just reduce your number, and maybe have like 2 or 3. In that way, you can reduce all the excess charges that will be coming. And of course, instead of doing so many transfers, you can actually mop them up and do some transfers into certain accounts that you can use it. Instead of, like, I don't know how to explain this, instead of doing so many, you just crunch it and do like 2, 3, and then maybe one person sorts out 2, 3 things for you. So you must streamline your account in terms of having, which one should be my personal account where money comes in, which one should be my spending account, so that when money is finished there, you don't have no need to go and start looking for money elsewhere. That will help you to be more disciplined. And you need to ask yourself, am I in survival or growth mode? You need to check whether you really need that ashwebi, because if you're in survival, nothing concern you with ashwebi. Not all of them though, the very important ones, but if you can, avoid it. Now, the last step we're going to take is to clear your debt. Debt is one thing. If at this Christmas period, many people are going to, out of pressure, they're going to spend a lot of money, and some of them by January they will start pursuing you. That's how you be calculating, writing, canceling, writing, canceling. So the first thing you're going to do is to have a plan for your debts. Yes, you must have a plan. First of all, you list them, you categorize all of them, and you check which one have high interest paying payback debt. So if those ones are going to, you're going to list them out, you start paying those ones, because they have some consequences. Meaning, if you don't pay them, they will keep amounting until they become almost the exact amount of money that you borrowed. So make sure you sort those ones out. All those loan sharks, make sure you take, if you can, stay out of debt. And if you already have some, the debt needs to be taken away to help you. All you need to work on is to increase your income. Okay, after paying off, work on increasing your income, and then cut down some things. Cut down is very important. So I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to continue the part B in my next video, which you're going to see tomorrow. And of course, I want you to know that some of these things I'm talking about, to get proper guidance, we teach them in the VIP community. 7.0 is wrapping up and it is just 50,000 naira. So this is a good time for you to actually enroll. Of course, I'm going to show you this book, the 1 billion wealth plan. I'm going to talk about this book tomorrow, because one of the things I want you to do for 2026 is to have a wealth plan. This book is just 2,000 naira, and you can get it from the link in the description of this video. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not. Give me at least 100 likes. Like and share this video. And of course, the part 2 will continue tomorrow. So if you have truly enjoyed this video, let me know which ones are you going to start doing immediately, because this video is to help you to start doing them today. I don't want to wait till next week. Do them today.